town. This is my city. This is my 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 town.
Rep
This
your
is
city.
my city. This is my town. This is
I'ma
my
rep mine.
city. This is my town. This is my city.
Welcome to my town, my city, let's go now. Groundbreaking, let's break ground, let's score big like touchdown. So what now? Step back, D-Town, this my set. See the news you disrespect, from the cast to craft, let's take it back. Prideful, I hate that. Humble, I take that. Strongholds, I break that. Be true, fam, don't fake that. Got a problem, gotta face that. Get freed up, gotta shake that. Got a deficit, now replace that. Get redefined, now break that.
I'm on my way to the crime scene right now. My partner he's already there. So I'm just gonna go meet him. He thinks that the deceased is somebody that we've been after for a while.
As a woman, this has to be a tough job. How do you deal with this on a daily basis?
Well, you shoot this stuff on a daily basis. How do you deal with it?
Well, I know if it gets too tough, I can just quit.
Well, the only thing that keeps me doing this day to day is my faith in Jesus.
It was just odd that once again, here I am talking to yet another Christian, and I really didn't want to get into the whole God thing with her, so I just dropped it.
Geez, took you long enough. You know, these bodies decompose.
Nice. Say hello to the camera.
You may not even recognize them.
See? Yeah, that's our guy. That looks like him. People ask me how I can deal with death on a day-to-day basis. And you know, really, we all deal with death in some way or the other. The difference is, as Christians, death is not the final end for us. Death is just the beginning. I'm just thankful that our department has a chaplain that helps us through that.
So you got any next of kin? You got somebody I can call?
To be honest, I don't think anyone even cares. This was not a good dude.
You know what I'm thinking? I would like to talk to the next of kin. You know, just maybe just deliver the death notice so we can find some suspects maybe. I think that's a good idea.
Right. A lot of times, people would kind of drop their guard when chaplain goes and talks to them, you know,
Yeah.
and you can ask them some questions, and maybe they don't want to lie or anything, so give that a shot. Okay, let's do it. There's something about being a chaplain that makes people just drop their guard. And for police officers, it makes it a little bit easier when you're looking for truthful answers.
Back in the house, but we'll look at the first.
But no one answered when I called.
Oh.
So,
Want to check the front door?
yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you are running from a bullet, you're going to be scared. Yes, I'm scared. But you know, Jesus said in John 11:25 that whoever dies in him will live again. That's my comfort.
Remember I was saying that being a chaplain sometimes makes it easier for people to drop their guard? It wasn't the case for this guy. look to the right, Lewis is shooting. I look over to the left, the guy's shooting at us. Bullets are flying everywhere.
To me, it's not just a gunfight. To me, it's spiritual warfare. You know, like it says in the Bible, it's not wrestling against people and flesh and blood, but it's against principalities and powers and things we can't even see. It's against spiritual wickedness and rulers of darkness in high places. That's what we come out against. It's not just people.
This was my first shooting, and I don't think I had any come to Jesus moments, but whoa, that was crazy. There's bullets flying everywhere from the left and the right, and he's shooting back, and I was definitely scared.
Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in all things, all circumstances, bring your prayer and your petitions with thanksgiving to the Lord." That means everything, even when people are shooting at you.
A word came to me from Romans 13:4. In the middle of the gunfire, it just came to me. For he is a servant of God for your own good. What? But if you do wrong, be very afraid, for he does not carry a sword in vain. For he is an avenger of God's wrath on evildoers. I mean, the word was so pounding in my spirit. For he is a servant of God for your own good. And the sword I carry is not in vain. I am an avenger of God's wrath on evildoers. I needed it.
For he is an avenger for God, and he brings the wrath to the wrongdoer on God's behalf. I like that one.
It says in the Bible that God is fair. He's just. He is a just God. He's the God, it says, of justice and of judgment. And if that's not what we do, then what do we do? And that's how I balance it, because I don't go around looking for people to get them in trouble. What we do is maintain peace, and Jesus is the Prince of Peace. We are so aligned when we do this right, when I do this with integrity, and when we do our jobs the way that it was meant to be done, then we line perfectly up with the scripture.
I just closed my eyes and prayed. I mean, I'm praying, Detective Lewis is praying. I don't know who else is praying for us, maybe the whole force, but we were praying.
Disarm him right now, Lord. Disarm him. Make him come out.
And just like that, the shooting stops. And the only thing I can think of is God just answering the prayer.
Put your hands up! Put them up! Come on, walk out slow, walk out slow. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Get on your knees, get on your knees, get on your knees.
So this is just a superficial wound. We just need to get you to the emergency room. They'll clean you up, put a dressing on, start you on some antibiotics. You'll be just fine.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Let everyone be subject to the governing authority, for there is no authority that God hasn't established.
What's my favorite Bible verse? It's be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid or fear them, for the Lord your God, he's the one that goes with you.
units. APB white male, 3540, driving a silver Ford Focus. Suspect reported armed.
Copy that, dispatch. Okay, so Officer Burnham and I are going to go back to the residence of the last place that we saw the suspect, and hopefully we'll look up and find him back there.
What?
How you doing? I'm Officer Burnham, Metro Police. Is John at home?
No, John's not here. I haven't seen him in weeks, and I want to know why you guys are always bugging me.
Okay. We heard that he's still in the area,
Well,
so we
he's
just
not.
wanted to see if he's here.
No.
Did you know that there's a warrant out for his arrest?
No, I did not. I want you guys off of my property right now.
Okay, miss.
So in my line of work, if you're not the solution, you're part of the problem. James 4:17 says, if anyone knows the good they should do and doesn't do it, it's a sin for them.
Now, although that family member said that she had not seen the suspect, in our experience, that was probably a lie.
Yeah, so we're gonna still check the area out pretty good. You know what? Is that him right there?
Yeah, we went to the house and we got pretty much what we expected from the mom. But then we got in the car, we started going, and we got lucky. We got right behind the guy.
He is taking us around. All right. This is enough. I get him on this chart.
Well, let me call dispatch.
Pull over.
I mean, we drove around quite a while waiting for this guy to stop. He wasn't speeding or anything, but it's like, when is he gonna stop?
Okay, maybe he is gonna stop here. Okay.
We're not sure. Dispatch has said from his profile that he could be armed. I mean, the possibly armed really helps to amp your tension level.
All right, dispatch. Can you run a plate for me?
Go ahead.
Okay, I need a 1028 on a silver Ford Focus. License plate DXY 8875. That is David X-Ray Yankee 8875.
Okay, stand by.
When you're just sitting in your car waiting for dispatch, it just feels like forever. To me, it's the most vulnerable place that you can be in. We don't know what this guy's gonna do. We don't know if he's gonna come out with a gun or if he's gonna shoot or, I mean, we're just sitting there waiting. I have to have faith that God is there protecting me. In that very moment, as a Christian, I cling to the Apostle Paul's definition of faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So in those situations, I cling to the hope that Jesus has my back.
That 1028 vehicle is registered to John Edward Bronson. Owner of the vehicle has a warrant, possibly armed. Code 133.
Chasing a person fleeing is always intense because usually they don't care about the consequences. That's kind of why they're in trouble in the first place. Romans 13, 1 and 2, it says every person is subject to the governing laws set up by God. If they resist the authorities, they resist God. Those that resist, they incur judgment. Now, that's not me saying that. That's not Metro Police. That's not even the court system. That's the Bible. I'm a peace officer and I'm a fighter, but most importantly, I'm a Christian. So before I go anywhere, before I do anything, I put on the full armor of God. I know the producers are tired of hearing that, but it's true. What are you going to do, you know?
And it's still funny to me that criminals think they can run and hide from the police. The same ones that think that sinning is no big deal. That they can hide their sin from God. That God doesn't see them sin. But hey, God is the ultimate judge. And his court is set up on the 10 Commandments.
We lost the suspect for about 20 minutes, but we do have a report of a car that was parked in a vacant lot that fits the description of the car that the suspect was in when he fled the scene.
Romans 13:3 goes on to say, rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to bad conduct. I mean, come on. The entire judicial system is built on the 10 Commandments. And just like the law, these guys just refuse to follow it.
Basically, we were looking slightly through the privacy fence, and we noticed a young man who appeared to be very distraught. He had his hands on his head. He also had a handgun in his hand. We then quietly ushered the children into the house, and I went in and I called 911, and we continued to watch the individual as other people began to approach him. We then just kind of took out. Wasn't quite sure where things were going to go from there.
Yeah, we got a call from one of the neighbors, actually, that a car just like it was on this corner by a vacant building right here. So we're gonna roll right up here and take a look. Let's see. So the vehicle is here. Let's go around the other way.
Let's approach from the other side.
We knew that criminals generally go back to an area where they're comfortable. So we went back there, and sure enough, we found him.
This guy's got a gun, and he is clearly unhinged.
And nobody wants to have a day like that. It's part of my job. I'm called to serve and protect, and that was a case where there needed to be some protection.
The chaplain told me that the Bible does speak to how we should honor and respect the police as lawmakers, and, well, I don't know the Bible, so I don't really know about any of all that, but what I do know is that the world is a better place with them out there protecting us from the bad guy.
I think being a cop is a calling, and as a calling, you need to do things that fit within the job, and this was a horrible thing. A verse that I hang on to, though, is Romans 8:28, and it says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose." God can pull goodness out of any horrible situation for those that are called.